Okay, we're back. It's Monday, race week of Gillman, so round 3 of the Nationals this weekend down in South Australia. I've been feeling pretty good leading into it, but we've actually got some pretty big changes going on, so it's been a while coming. But Michaela and I have been talking a fair bit about how we're sort of doing everything, obviously getting a little bit older in it now, and motocross is still everything to me. This whole thing, I'm chasing it, and I love it. I want to keep trying to get better and improve all the time. But with that obviously comes like so much effort, just hours and hours in the van, in the shed, working at the tracks during the week, on the weekends. And it's not just my thing that's everything, it's like taking up everything of Michaela's time as well. And she's awesome, as you guys know. She supports me through everything, and she's just unbelievable to the whole thing. But we've come to the decision that she's going to look after herself a little bit more, and she's not going to come to this round and probably a bunch of rounds coming up, and step away from the program a little bit more, just in general as well. So like the YouTube stuff, and yeah, the amount of hours and she puts in and just doesn't really get a rest for, realistically she doesn't get anything out of it. It's just helping me try to chase my dream, and I think in that a little bit, like, she hasn't been able to do her own thing for a while, so she's going to be doing her own thing a little bit, taking on a bit more of a role with her work, and I'm going to continue doing exactly what we're doing. It's just, it might look a little bit different for a bit because obviously she's the backbone of everything, and it might take me a little bit to figure it out, but if you stick in there, I'm sure like we'll figure it out. We'll get the vlogs going better, and I'll be doing my best to pump them out pretty often anyway. Just, we might not have Michaela quality for the next few weeks until we figure it out. But for now, like I said, it's Monday, Gillman's this weekend. I've got Quinn, he's going to help me drive down. We're just going to pin it Wednesday afternoon, but until then, we got a couple days of training to still get into, bike prep and the whole deal. So I'm going to try to film each day leading up to the race, and we'll get these get some videos out to you guys.
I showed my kid, I'm like, do you see what your bike's capable of? This is what
10-minute warm-up, a few laps, and the ruts are that deep. Just filling up the foot pegs. Gonna be a tough one today, but that's the ideal of coming to like places like this where it is tough. Teaching me those little skills, because race day almost feels like an enduro half the time now with the amount of bikes on track. It's like hard to actually charge and push through the motos. So to get ready for those nationals, I'm trying to chase those harder tracks, which me and Dean about to go out and do a moto now. On tough conditions, and it's just going to get deeper and deeper and deeper the whole time. I've got my sketchy GoPro mount. Sucks you're not allowed on your helmet anymore, so it's like I've got to angle it like this so that when I'm leant over you can actually see, but then when I sit sometimes you're looking at the sky. But we're going to do our best with it. And yeah, I don't know, I haven't talked to Dean yet, but it's probably like 25-30 minute moto, so 1 done, 25 plus 1. Dino smoked me in that, but it's good because certain practice days we do, honestly there's been days where I'm actually a little bit quicker than Dean. It's pretty rare, but there have been those days, or he's not too far off me. But today it just shows, like I said before, the track's super tricky, it's technical, some of it feels like enduro out there. And then it straight away shows how fast he's going compared to me. So this one we're going to do a little bit shorter moto, and my goal is just going to be try to stick with him as long as I can. It's like my actual speed's not too bad, but I make bigger mistakes, so my lap times vary pretty often compared to him, whereas he keeps it fairly consistently fast. So got dramas in the big rig. Okay, I was a bit rushed leaving the track. Had a quick recovery mission, Dino. Tried to turn around in a short space with the van and trailer, and got the trailer just jammed up on this bank, so I had to dig him out with a little garden spade and some sticks. But we made it work, van towed her out. Yeah, finished up the day with some coaching out here at MX Farm. Actually epic conditions today. I try to get out here once a week, go to another couple locations throughout the week. But yeah, got the riding done. Just didn't talk about it after because, like I said, a bit busy. But change of the plans. So I just got a message from Quinn, and he had some jobs booked in that he had to get done before he come down with me, because obviously he's helping me out, and he's been rained out of those jobs, so he's got to do it tomorrow and the next day, and I've got to take off. So I'm going to be doing it solo. We're not going to have the mechanic there. I'm going to try to find one for the weekend, but might not get a ride in tomorrow now because I am doing it solo. I think I'm just going to take off and try to get down the road so I'm not rushing and just going to be worn out. I've been riding a fair bit lately, so won't be the end of the world to take the rest of the week off and just let the body recover. Once I get down to SA, if I get there in decent time, I might have a crack at trying to hit up Medi or Mitch Norris or Dan Banks or any of the boys down there that have some tracks that can sort of help me out, and yeah, go for a bit of a spin once we're down there. But for now, I got to go home, wash everything up, and try to get on the road as quick as possible so that I'm not completely fatigued by the time I get to SA, because it's I think it's about 23 hours one way. Let's get it done. All right, all loaded up for the solo trip to Gillman. Have been unsuccessful in finding anyone to drive with me again, but I'm going to do a last ditch effort, chuck it out on Instagram, see if anyone will come. But Michaela's hooked me up, so we're all packed up. And even though she's not coming, got a fridge full of food, Coke for after the moto, and we are good to go. I think I'm going to duck to MX Store and Unit, go see the guys there, stock up on a couple things, and then start the drive. But with that included, I think it's a 24-hour one-way trip. So I got to get this thing started. First stop. Membership at a big chain gym is essential for traveling to the races. Just finished up session Thursday morning, and gym time before we hit the road for another 11 hours. Thursday night, I made it to Pinaroo in South Australia. Just trying to decide whether I'm 2 hours away from Murray Bridge, whether to go there and have a ride tomorrow. But obviously I've pinned it a fair way. I don't want to be cooked for the weekend, but I'd like to test that bike. So just trying to weigh up whether it's worth it. About 3 hours from Gillman. So I could just go there and then sort of chill for the day, or it's going to end up a pretty big day again tomorrow trying to ride and whatever. So I don't know, I think I'm just going to go to bed, sort of go by feel a little bit how I'm feeling tomorrow. How sick's that? Okay, Friday morning we've arrived at Murray Bridge. I'm just in the Snap Fitness now, about to run through a bit of mobility and stretching sort of stuff, and then I'm going to head out to Murray Bridge track, just basically just ride both bikes, set up all the levers and everything, make sure everything feels the same, no motos today. Body feels okay, but not sure who's going to be out there, if I'm going to be by myself or whatnot, so pretty well just going to go out there, make sure the bike feels sweet, set up this afternoon, and then have a pretty chill day Saturday before race day. Open up the back door and the shower's had enough. The rough road, she's fell off. Whoops. Back in business, good as new. Okay, so race one without Michaela, and I let the battery go flat on track walk. So I missed all of that, but honestly it's just normal sort of track walk. Track always looks epic at the Nationals. Looks like they've done an awesome job because they're pretty well middle of a drought here. They've got it ripped deep, there's heaps of water in it, so it should be awesome for tomorrow. But because it is a little bit dry, I've heard that it gets a bit more hard packed. So on my spare wheel I threw on a MX-ST from Maxxis, so like the soft terrain tyre, rather than the paddle, than the scoop tyre, just in case it gets a little bit hard. But we've got the scoop on there for now, plus I just got the crew to help me put on a new graphic kit. So each time I've been getting graphics, I've gone that blue to white sort of kit, and I have to get 2 sets of plastics each time. I've got to get the white kit and the blue kit to make it work. So I had 2 or 3 kits of like half kits not used. So we've spun it around this time. We've gone the white to blue instead, which it looks pretty cool, but I'm a bit bummed now that I've seen it in person. I wish I had a blue seat cover, but still, things looking pretty fresh for tomorrow. Keen to get into it, feeling good. Gonna go grab some dinner and race time.